Good day, and today we're going to look at a basic guide to writing an essay. First, we should ask, what is an essay? Well, an essay can have many purposes, but the basic structure is the same no matter what. You may be writing an essay to argue for a particular point of view, or to explain the steps necessary to complete a task. Either way, your essay will have the same basic format. If you follow a few simple steps, you'll find that the essay almost writes itself. You'll be responsible only for supplying ideas, which are the most important part of the essay anyway. Don't let the thought of putting pen to paper daunt you. Just get started writing. Next, we're going to look at the essay format. These simple steps will guide you through the essay writing process. First, you should decide on your topic, then prepare an outline or diagram of your ideas. Write your thesis statements, and then write the body. Then you should write the main points and the subpoints. After that, you should elaborate the subpoints, and then you can start writing the introduction. And then, after you've written all of the main points, write the conclusion. After that, you're going to want to go back and edit, maybe have a peer evaluator, add the finishing touches to your essay, looking at the structure and format. What about choosing the topic? Well, you may have no choice as to your topic. If this is the case, you still may not be ready to jump to the next step. Think about the type of paper you're expected to produce. Should it be a general overview or a specific analysis of the topic? Now, if it should be an overview, then you're probably ready to move on to the next step. However, if it's a specific analysis in mind, make sure your topic is fairly specific. If it's too general, you should choose a narrower subtopic to discuss. For example, if you picked the topic Kenya, that's a general topic. If your objective is to write an overview, now this topic would be suitable. But if your objective is to write a specific analysis, it's too general and you should narrow it to something like politics in Kenya or Kenya's culture. Once you've determined that your topic will be suitable, now you can move on. Once you've had your topic, you should organize your ideas. Now, the purpose of an outline or a diagram is to put your ideas about the topic on paper in a moderately organized format. The structure you create here may still change before the essay is complete, so don't agonize over this. Decide whether you prefer the cut and dried structure of an outline or if you'd rather have a more flowing structure. If you start one or the other and decide it's not working for you, you can always switch later. So let's say you are organizing your ideas and you picked the general topic of dogs. Well, you're going to start organizing your ideas by saying, what about dogs do I want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the breeds of dogs, grooming a dog, dog behaviors, the nutrition for dogs, or their health? Once you've gotten your topics, then you want to start beginning to write your outline. Begin your outline by writing your topic at the top of the page. Next, write the Roman numerals such as 1, 2, and 3, spread apart down the left side of the page. Next to each Roman numeral, write the main ideas that you have about your topic, or the main points that you want to make. For example, on our previous slide, we talked about dogs. Maybe in the Roman numerals 1, 2, and 3, you would have the health, the breed, and the grooming. Now, next to each Roman numeral, write the main ideas you have or the main points you want to make. For example, if you're trying to persuade, you want to write your best arguments first. If you're trying to explain a process, you'll want to write the steps that should be followed in order. You'll probably need to group these into categories. If you have trouble grouping the steps into categories, try using the names beginning, middle, and end. Now, if you're trying to inform, you want to write the major categories into which your information can be divided. Now, under each of those Roman numerals, write A, B, and C down the left side of the page. And next to each letter, write the facts or information that support that main idea. When you finish this outline, you have the basic structure for your essay, and now you're ready to continue. Now that you've decided at least tentatively what information you plan to present in your essay, now you're ready to write your thesis statement. The thesis statement tells the reader what the essay will be about and what point you, the author, will be making. You know what the essay will be about. That was your topic. Now you must look at your outline or diagram and decide what point you will be making. What do the main ideas and supporting ideas that you listed say about your topic? So what you need is a thesis statement that essentially has two parts. The first part is going to state the topic, maybe the grooming of a dog, Kenya's culture, building a model train set, public transportation. The second part is going to state the reason or the whole point that you're writing the essay. Maybe Kenya's culture has a rich and varied history. Building a model train set takes time and patience. Public transportation can solve some of our city's most persistent and pressing problems. Once you've formulated a thesis statement that fits this pattern and with which you're comfortable, you're ready to continue to the next part. Now you're ready to do the body paragraphs. In the body of the essay, all the preparation up to this point comes to fruition. The topic you've chosen must now be explained, described, or argued. Each main idea that you wrote down in your diagram or outline will become one of the body paragraphs. If you had 3 or 4 main ideas, you'll have 3 or 4 body paragraphs. Each body paragraph will have the same basic structure. Start by writing down one of your main ideas in sentence form. Next, write down each of your supporting points for that main idea, but leave 4 or 5 lines in between each point. In the space under each point, write down some elaboration for that point. Elaboration can be further description or explanation or discussion. Once you've fleshed out each of your body paragraphs, one for each main point, you're ready to continue. For example, if your main idea is to reduce freeway congestion, you might say, public transportation reduces freeway congestion in your first topic sentence. Then perhaps your next point is a supporting point. Commuters appreciate the cost savings of taking public transportation rather than driving. Now you're going to want to elaborate with other points. For example, less driving time means less maintenance expense, such as oil changes. Of course, less driving time means savings on gasoline as well. In many cases, these savings amount to more than just the cost of riding public transportation. Now, your essay only lacks 2 paragraphs now, the introduction and the conclusion. These paragraphs will give the reader a point of entry to and a point of exit from your essay. Now, your introduction should be designed to attract the reader's attention and give him or her an idea of the essay's focus. Begin with an attention grabber. The attention grabber you use is up to you, but here are some ideas. Perhaps use startling information. This information must be true and verifiable, and it doesn't need to be totally new to your readers. It could simply be a pertinent fact that explicitly illustrates the point you wish to make. If you use a piece of startling information, follow it with a sentence or 2 of elaboration. Perhaps use an anecdote. An anecdote is a story that illustrates a point. Now be sure that your anecdote is short, to the point, and relevant to your topic. This can be a very effective opener for your essay, but use it carefully, don't distract. You could also use dialogue. An appropriate dialogue does not have to identify the speakers, but the reader must understand the point you're trying to convey. Use only 2 or 3 exchanges between speakers to make your point. Follow dialogue with a sentence or 2 of elaboration. Or perhaps summary information will be enough. A few sentences explaining your topic in general terms can lead the reader gently into your thesis. Each sentence should become gradually more specific until you reach your thesis statement. Now, if the attention grabber was only a sentence or 2, add 1 or 2 more sentences that will lead the reader from your opening into your thesis statement. and then you likely want to finish your paragraph with your thesis statement. A thesis could start off the introductory paragraph, but usually you find the thesis statement at the end. Lastly, the conclusion brings closure to the reader, summing up your points or providing a final perspective on your topic. All the conclusion needs is 3 or 4 strong sentences, which do not need to follow any set formula. Simply review your main points, being careful not to restate the sentences exactly, or briefly describe your feelings about the topic. Even an anecdote can end your essay in a useful way. The introduction and the conclusion complete the paragraphs of your essay. Don't stop yet, however. There's still one more step that remains before your essay is truly finished. Well, now that you've completed all of the paragraphs of your essay, but before you can consider this finished product, however, you must give some thought to the formatting of your paper. Check the order of your paragraphs. Are the body paragraphs the way you want to present your information? Go back and check the instructions for the assignment. Did you answer all of the questions that were asked of you? And lastly, check your writing. Check for grammar, spelling, and formatting. Once you've checked your work and perfected your formatting, your essay is now finished. Congratulations! Thank you so much for stopping by to learn about the basic essay formats. If you'd like to learn more about how to do an essay, maybe a step-by-step through all of the paragraphs, let me know in the comments down below what more you'd like to learn about the writing process of an essay. And as always, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed. Take care.